welcome to the Scoop. On a Friday, the Written Scoop, good, amazing conversation, easy breezy. I hope you're feeling magical. Welcome, let's listening to amazing, inspiring conversations.
Kabisa. Hope you guys are doing amazing.
Super magical.
Looking good as
Thank
well.
you. You
Given
too.
Friday. Thank you.
too.
We try, we
We
try. When
try.
you see us, no.
Stop being humble.
I try. Personally, I love saying I try. I'm not really that. Hey, Adidana, Nani Juicy, someone Big Cheese. Shout out to Big Cheese. He was like, hey, Joby, I like your fashions. Didn't like, please give the props to Shumani. Please stop capping. I try personally. I love saying I try.
I
You
feel
know?
like all
It's a
of
good
us
thing.
have like really nice fashion sense.
Yeah.
Always, yeah.
Period. Yeah, but how's the week been?
Mine has been amazing. I can't complain. I'm just glad Friday is. It's been wild, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's been really wild.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Shout out to me.
Come
man.
on, you want
It's
on?
all been me.
How's the week been?
Very peaceful
Mm-hmm.
and a lot
I've
of
seen you. You've started the gym membership.
yes.
Come on.
Had started it,
Uh-huh.
something I put a pause on because I was doing it in the house.
Okay.
But now I'm down to do like not the heavy lifting, just a little bit of toning.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Come on.
excited about the journey.
Yeah, that's nice.
Intentional and being focused.
Tuko hapa tuone matokeo. Tuko hapa for the matokeo. The results. If you don't see results, tell your gym instructor please to quit.
And refund my money.
Yeah, that's not their job.
Yeah.
Because they have to make the money to see.
You gotta see the results.
Exactly.
Yes.
But anyway, karibuni sana. Let us know how your week has been for those who are with us, of course, on YouTube
How was
and
yours
Rumble.
been?
Mine has
Yes.
been good. I can't
Yeah.
complain. It's been a good one. Yeah, I'm grateful. Feeling great. I can't say the way. Actually, I started the week, the first week, and right now it's totally different.
Yeah.
You can even tell,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm feeling amazing, feeling blessed, grateful for life always, grateful for health, grateful for my work, grateful literally for my friends, grateful for everyone who's genuine in my life, and grateful for what actually the universe has in store that is coming for me, and grateful to see what this weekend has in store actually, so yes, karibuni sana. Let us know how you're feeling. As for you who is with us on the radio, on the network, on Rumble, and on YouTube, we shall be getting back to one more jam, coming back with the quotes of the day. Of course, we shall be going through the weekly recap of what has been happening. We're talking about gossip, we're talking about politics, and of course culture wise what is happening. But apart from that, we're getting back to one more jam. We started with an amazing song that is I love Bien and Falipupa. That combo, actually I love it.
Yeah.
Just gives me, I don't like the original version of it actually. I like the remix, kinda. Yeah,
Actually, like the original.
you like the original. I like the Falipupa, Masheri, just bringing that fanciness, It's just amazing. We also had, or rather played, the second jam was May 10th, Serotonin, shout out to Iwaton. Yeah, and of course we're getting back to one more jam. This is by Ethic. Men, SWAT, we cool, we still cool, but nah, we ain't cool. Hii ngoma hapana.
So what, we ain't cool. So it's not the song.
Just kwa juanga SWAT atarefuka, nilimkataa bana. Sikuwa jua atarefuka. Like, nikuwa,
Now? He's all right now?
I see he's a little bit tall and a little bit healthy.
please.
When we're after high school, actually, yeah, that was when we were in high school, tukikaribia kumaliza high school. That's when we met, before after he popped. And that's the time I think he was actually trying to get into the studio, right in Lambalolo. Jalikuwa naipanga shule. Like, unampata tu yako studio. Watu wako shule yako studio. So, I remember the time we met, he was kind of trying to court me. And I was like, nah, boy, I prefer you being my friend. This is too short. No. Nani atarusha ngumi ama mimi ama wewe? Out of today I have two. One is of course giving gratitude to something I've been speaking about, which I just mentioned again. I'm giving thanks to simple things like life, waking up, breathing, being alive, that hot shower, going to work, eating, walking, seeing the beautiful things around the world, because imagine sometimes I always wake up and then I'm just like, wow, I'm healthy, I don't have any problems, I can walk, just vitu kidogo. But sometimes when you're walking on the road, you'll meet all sorts of people and you're just like, man, I'm grateful I'm not in that position, so I'm really grateful for life, for health, and I just hope I'm gonna die in the same pieces, like not in pieces. But my second quote as something else that I've also picked during this week, and a realization as I get older. It says as you get older, you realize that the quality of people in your life is more important than the number of people. I speak of value every single time. Let people who are in your life add value in your life. Like, don't just have people for the sake because, oh, you know so and so. What are they adding in your life? That is very, very important. Gosh, money.
My quote of the day is, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. So keep on doing whatever you're doing. It will turn to what you want.
Exactly.
That's a fact. This is also an encouragement for, oh my gosh. You can go on as I come back to it.
All right. Okay. This is Zama by Ethic. Personally, I've not listened to this yet, but actually,
it's not the one, but I'll definitely read this. Show up confidently. It's not just about cash in your bank account. Things are not going my way.
Yeah.
The other. It's just like they'll call you a late bloomer, not realizing that you sat for many years in the seat of self-mastery before you took your place in the world. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for sharing this amazing quote. Also, for you who's on Rumble, BitChute, you can also share something positive that you want to share with us. But of course, as we get into the conversation and the trends that have been happening during this week, I know you might have discussed majority of them probably in the morning, but I'll go through a few. And I want to start, of course, with our very dear own president. And it's something I think we spoke about also during this week. He spoke about where he's not actually hosting any political rallies. Is not, when he goes out to talk to people, to lie to them about the manifestos he's supposed to have already fulfilled some of them. It's not like he's actually aiming throughout a campaign. And one of the videos of him that went viral is him saying that tunahara maneno, you know, which, number one, I did question about the president, how he talks. You know, it's not the way you're supposed to be addressing people. You lack literally communication skills of just, number one, talking to people. So I'm gonna share the first video, and then I see another video of him here where he's talking about ametushinda akili na ametushinda akili na tumeanza kumweka kama I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share what basically he's saying. But pay attention to this, and of course we discussed about this during the week, but I want to still hear your thoughts because we're getting into the weekend, and weekend, it's when I feel like politicians always have a chance to go to churches, gather up people. Like, weekends tutaona video mingi zina trend as a politicians in places. So of course I'm not expecting less from him. We're expecting much more worse, because I mean, where's the country heading? It's in the worst situation so far. But listen to what he had to say.
Nataka niseme tu mambo mawili ya mwisho. Nasikia ati kuna wetu wengine wanasema huko ati tumeanza siasa. Sasa mimi nataka niwaambie wala wanasema tumeanza siasa, waacheni kuhara mapema. Siasa bado. Ama namna gani? Sasa mnasema hii, na siku tukianza siasa yenyewe si mtakimbia. Mimi nataka niwaulize, nyinyi mkiona tumeanza siasa, sasa watu waambia tulize poli, mambo bado. Siasa bado. Hii ni mambo ya maendeleo.
So the question is, number one, who are you talking to? Because we don't have an opposition currently. Because Raila hajakuwa on the, you know, Raila is aiming for the African Union chair, you know, and which of course some of the people still have an issue about it. But who are you specifically talking to? That is my question to you, Mr. President. Who are you addressing? Because kusema awa watu, you know, and the way I personally have understood English, when you're addressing something, someone, you have to use a certain either pronoun, adjective, whatever. You have to put, lazima utaje ni nani. You can't say to our watu. Who? Is it us, the citizens? Is it the people working for you? Because we know, so we have people are fighting you, don't want you to be president. We're already seeing presidential candidates who are popping up saying 2027 they're gonna vie for the seat. You know, the opposition, like I said, we don't have a current opposition actually. And if you're talking about people like Babu Owino and all that, that is a game. That is just a game. So who are you really addressing? You know, and I feel like this guy, what he needs to be, if he's gonna be able kupenya kuingia 2027, he needs to learn how to communicate to people, because I feel like takufa kifo mbaya, unajua utajua kuongelesha watu, itabidi tu you learn how to talk to people. But before you give your thoughts, let me share the second video of what he said. This is another press. This is actually 2 hours ago. they're saying President William Ruto, he has said, kuna wengine nimewashinda akili na akili wameanza kuniweka majina ati Kasongo. And then that's what I'm asking, who are you talking to? Because it is us, the citizens, actually who are giving you these nicknames. Not me though. You know, we hear it, we hear it and we just follow suit. We don't even know who starts even the Juadi Cyril Ramaphosa is called Cupcake. You know, I don't want to tell me it's the who gives them the nicknames. We have Tinibu who's called T-Pain. You know, we had Ruto who was called the tax collector. Like, people are gonna nickname you according to how, number one, you behave. That's what I've come to understand, especially with our president. Huunye was nicknamed Huunye too, but most of the people knew, of course. Kamnyweso. Unajua, Kamnyweso. But sa huyu tax collection, memaliza ni tax collection. I don't know why they're calling him Kasongo, by the way.
Me too.
Why Kasongo? Kasongo inamaanisha?
But there's a song about that.
I know the Kasongo is a Congolese song, but I don't understand what really
like
Kasongo is supposed to mean.
If you listen to that song, maybe you can get it.
I think I need to go watch the video and understand. It could be political. Because Congolese also used to sing a lot of songs and like Mobutu Sese Seko, like and all that. But let's listen.
Iko mahali mnataka ati inaitwa Isongo. Hapa juu. Ati inaitwa nini? Isongo. Mimi nilikuwa nafikiri amesema Kasongo. Unajua wengine nimewashinda na akili wameanza kuniweka majina. Ati Kasongo. Hata wakiniita Kasongo, sijui waniite Zakayo, bora kazi inasonga mbele, mimi sina shida. Amesema
so that is what is happening, and it's just so sad to see that this is our president talking like this. I've never seen Uhuru Kenyatta talking nonsensical like this, being honest. He was a man who understood how to communicate to people. There's time for jokes, and especially the environment. Study the environment, where you are. What are you trying to address to the people? Is it about the projects you are supposed to fulfill? What exactly is this gathering about? And that's something else he needs to be questioned about. Why is it you as a president, you have all this free time to talk to people, yet there's unfinished work? Why are you having so much leisure time to just come and tell us the nicknames you have and how you don't care? Number one, we want to understand who are you addressing, because at this point you are actually attacking the citizens, and we want to let you know 2027 is very soon. And we're gonna see you at the ballot papers. Unless you do it the, as it called, the kiki, mwenye wale walitoa vidole naitwa nani? Wa IBC. Kidole.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they stole, when they wanted to steal elections, they killed him and took the thumb.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
I think I've heard something about that.
Yeah, they're
like, super sad.
Yeah, but the other IBC chairperson wa previous election aliquit. And this, we're talking 2 years just down to election. So what exactly is really happening, and who exactly are you addressing? What are your thoughts, Shumani and Iwaton?
Iwaton, go first.
Regarding mostly about the government and the president, first of all, I know there's a lot of nicknames going on. I think everybody gets that.
Yeah.
Even if you're not like a president, if you're in the limelight.
Yeah.
Literally. And what you've said about the behavioral aspect about it. But I think the most thing you should really actually try and sit down and visualize. I don't think he does that. I wouldn't know. Is why are people calling him these names? There's so many promises which are unfulfilled. There's so many expectations regarding the government, mostly the economic aspect of our government, which are not good. They're super, super low regarding, it's super hard for a lot of individuals. And the average Kenyans, they're really struggling.
Yeah.
And now things are really spiral thriving up in terms of prices. I think the most important thing, even the people who are there, the fact that they know these nicknames, they know what's going on, literally. I don't understand how people gather in a gathering, and maybe he's addressing this individual, and I believe that the same ones who are always in the comments, even calling him the same name. I really don't know what's happening. Coming back to the understanding that our elections are always controlled, right? Because I don't think anybody wants him to be back in that position. I don't think so. Not at all. The main thing he should definitely go back into is why are people calling him these names? These names have actually a root to it, because Kenyans are struggling. Kenyans are tired of the same old leadership of unfulfilled promises, and they want better, and that's why the only thing they can do is vent and come up with names. It actually kind of makes you feel better, right? Maybe you cannot do anything about it in regards to the abduction, even about saying anything, not even calling out people's names, just saying whatever's wrong with the government. Abduction happens. I believe, as I said earlier, I've been repeating about it, the main thing that people in leadership should do, if they're not going to do better, they should be scraped off, because I believe there are many young people out there who are pan-Africanists. I believe they are there who can do better and not bend to the system of the Europeans. Yes, that's my conclusion in regards to that.
Personally, I feel like you're given these names per your leadership skills. So if people decide to call you Zakayo, it's because you've been taking a lot of tax, unnecessary tax, and stealing from people each and every day. People give you these names which you think it's funny, and they actually mean something to these people. All they're trying to say, and they're not trying to fight you. They're trying to fight for a better government. Eti Gen Z wataki kelele, wataki kuvutana. No, they're just trying to tell you, we want a better government. We want you to do this. But you're doing the opposite, and then the sarcasm, and unasema vitu tunataka, unaelewa vitu tunataka, and you're doing the vice versa. It doesn't really make a lot of sense for me. So this is a really a fresh call to a lot of people in Kenya. Whichever, siasa or no siasa, I know it is siasa ishangi. Because once you're in that seat and you're not doing what is actually people want, you're always thinking about tomorrow. So utasema, I know I'm not going to be in this seat, so acha nianze siasa mapema. Sasa tukiweka kwa hiyo seat leo, in 2 weeks people have started questioning, unaanza tu siasa immediately. Because if you're not looking for siasa, just the other day you said ushaeka political lane yako kwa, that's why umechukua cabinet secretaries from all over Kenya, from back from 001 to county 043 to county 027. You have all those cabinet secretaries and you are reshuffling. For what reason? Kama siasa? Definitely. So exactly. I think siasa ilianza kitambo. Siasa it's been there, and we just say, feel like uko threatened. There's something, because if it was not actually, it wouldn't be bothering you. Ungetaja hata Miss Yongei siasa, and then the audacity is the language you use when you address Kenyans.
Exactly.
We've been called treasonous. We've been called names. We've been called. Alisema, we are very dumb. When it came to the injection, we don't understand
anything.
Exactly, so at the end of the day, I feel like you get what you deserve, literally. Kama uko na right ya kututa majina, pia sisi tutakuweka kwenye unaitwa majina, just like that, straight up. Na siasa ilishaanza tangu day one. Unaona, a lot of people are coming out to make their interest, and you're just scared. I feel like that is it. Because now you used to curb the older generation, and you were like safer with them, but now the younger generation are woke. Now the younger generation you're wengi,
and it's calling you out.
The reason why politicians walikuwa na win, because the older generation wako, but they're not as much,
and then they didn't question
and then they didn't question. Now the younger generation, they're wengi than the older generation. In fact, if we decide to lock our parents on that day at home, they won't do anything. Everybody to elect their parents and let us vote. Let's see what will happen. Very, very possible. Unajua hata wakienda waende wote kuvote na Gen Z and the younger generation waende, still we have bigger numbers. And I feel that is a threat. You're trying to find a way to the youths, and you don't know how to, because the youths are people who are now open and they understand what the hell is happening. That's
it's crazy, man. It is so crazy, and I hope 2027 makes a whole change for Kenyans, to be specific. I'm not gonna say I hope we choose a better leader, because we don't control elections. And until personally I see a military, I've never heard of a military coup attempt in Kenya. Let me see, by the way, when was the last time we had a military coup? During Moi. That was the last time.
First and last. He actually changed everything. So he decided to change the whole system, so that right now, even if a coup is tried, it's not going to be possible, because for the coup to happen, it has to pass through
the president.
So Moi venye alijua it, because then the military is not part of the government. The military can decide to actually overthrow the government. And I think somebody from the military, Alinda Kamwambia, the last minute, like really the last minute, that night when it was supposed to happen. So that morning, he just changed everything and the constitution and how it works. So even if you try a coup, and that's why unapata, even right now, the bosses of the army, wanachaguliwa na the government. So he's gonna put his people. Definitely, if we want to do anything,
and
just
and that's how I feel.
on his end.
I feel like even with the plane crash of the
Exactly, that is what people were saying. He wanted to get his person.
Because literally it was during the demonstrations, and then remember when we were in town, people received messages. You remember we received messages, and he said this is actually, like, if I don't know, it was by 4 or 5 we were supposed to be home, right? And if not, this is gonna be considered treason as a coup. Remember?
Exactly.
And
Calling out coup,
police were ordered shoot, you know, with live bullets and all that. And that's when immediately, actually, even the parliament was stormed, and then they started shooting just recklessly. It is crazy, man. I didn't know that the system was changed, but I remember of that. I remember I had of the coup attempt during Moi's time. It's crazy. I feel like still it's possible, Shmani. I feel like it's still possible.
You know why, Joby? It's crazy because when you remember why people wanted to remove Moi and then see the government right now, there's a lot of resemblances from Moi's regime and this presidential regime, and a coup would actually make a lot of sense. But Joby, I put my people there, so the decision they'll make has to pass by me. So it's not, however much you'll try, the constitution will still take us back to him. Literally. And even though Moi, I feel like Moi felt threatened, it's like, I was anyone as an itoa anytime. So for that to happen, and you know, you call people at night and change. Hizi tu tabia tunaona sasa.
Vitu decisions making at night.
Usiku na mkasubu napata law ishapasiwa. That's the same way Moi used to work, literally. So he just decided that, because I had, was it Mambo Mbotela? He was the one that was actually talking about it, because he was even abducted that night and taken to the State House for the press release by President Moi and stuff like that. So you see, at that point things changed. Alienda media, unafungua to TV, like, what is happening? A coup was supposed to happen that night, and then mtu tu kwa army akaenda akanini, because the army was now divided into two. Like kulikuwa na wenye wako like, hey, he has to go, and there were people like, let's give him
a chance.
And then that is what happened. So it interchanged everything.
I feel like we can just say F the constitution. We can, if we really, really, really want change, and if we're really tired. But that has to come also from a brave military group that's not gonna be scared to like overthrow him. We're gonna have to have a strong frontier who's strong enough and brave enough to understand, why am I doing this, and the risk I'm getting myself and the rest of the team in. We have to, it has to come from a confidence point, number one, or from a confidence part. It has to come from a brave part of understanding your history of your country and what you're dealing with right now, because this is dictatorship in front of our eyes. I'm just seeing something here. Ametoka kutuambia, still I think in the same meeting, munani lecture kama akina nani.
Na wewe unatulecture kama nani? Sisi ni mabosi wako.
Exactly.
That is the problem. You don't understand. We are the bosses. We are the one who makes the shots. We are the one who are supposed to call the shots. You always think, I think these politicians, they've changed our mindset. Baka inaka, as if people think these are the bosses. We have the power to actually say no.
It's their mindset.
Exactly. They've changed it, Ikai. Because without the people, who are you serving? Literally.
Why are you
because
there?
Why are you there? Who pays your salary? The people, right? So at the end of the day, we actually are the ones who are supposed to be lecturing you. I'm the boss. If I feel like you're not doing what is right, you do by my rules, right? And if you can't do, you get out and let me give somebody that position. So tunakulecture kama watu wa mabosi hata si watu walikuweka hapo. We are the bosses. That's just it.
It is so crazy, but that is what is happening in the 254 from our president. But we also had an abduction that happened, that was yesterday afternoon, in the evening, where we saw Grace Njoki. She's a lady who went viral just actually last week, after she stormed the Kenya National Health Ministry offices, and this is for her demanding, of course, for the rest of the Kenyans to be heard, and of course are expressing the pain she has as a patient, and of course where the SHA cards have not been working. The SHA cards are the newly introduced health services cards, which have not been working, and if you check also the previous ones from what we've shifted from, they have not been working. Most of the people have been complaining. Most of the people have to still spend their money. Most of the people have to sell lands, cattle, for them to actually cover medical bills that you have been paying for these health services every goddamn month. You out of your salary, you're paying 500, and mind you, right now it has gone even super high. It's 1,500, right? You have to pay 1,500 if I'm not wrong.
1,500.
Imagine
1,500
every single month.
For the lower person. So imagine the person who wants like maybe 500 or 200k doesn't pay 50. Unaweza pata health yake probably is like 40,000.
It is crazy, and this got to be checked. So we have Grace Njoki, who was abducted yesterday, and she has come forth to speak about what experience she had. I'm gonna share that in a few, but I want to share the CCTV footage of how 20 police officers stormed on one woman. Make it just make sense. 20 police officers, one woman. Like one woman. Just because of her expressing her needs and calling out on accountability. What is wrong with that? I hate people who feel threatened by accountability, because this is so our president. Like, why? You're just being questioned. You're not even being told, Fanya. You're being told, because this lady, remember her words, she said, we need the truth of why the SHA card is not working. That is all she said. That could have triggered literally this system. Nothing else. We need we need the truth, because you know the truth of why mbona hizi kadi hazifanyi.
You know what I wonder? Personally, what I wonder is the next day the minister went and gave a speech and said we are sorry and we acknowledge that this was a problem. Then what wrong did she do if you actually acknowledge that you were on the wrong? Why would you go
publicly?
Yeah, why would you go and arrest this woman and harass her, and probably now you've taken her to court, taken her money?
Yes.
Because if you're going to be arraigned in court, ni kesi itakuwa inasikizwa. So there is a bond you pay, or there is a cash bail you pay. So at the end of the day, it's just super unfair, number one. And this is a woman. Sincerely, she's even an old woman. Imagine. If this is not a wake-up call for our old parents to understand that we've not been the problem. You've been geuzering this fight. Oh, it's a Gen Z problem. It's not a Gen Z problem. They've even come for our parents right now. So it's not us.
Bana.
It's not a Gen Z thing. It's Kenyans. So parents, wake up. This is a wake up. Because utamoka kwa your seat, you'll just open your mouth like this. All of you will be in fire.
Bana. I hope parents right now understand actually. Exactly. It's not about even the Gen Z. Because there's a whole parent who went expressed emotions and the needs she expects of what the country should do to her as a citizen. Exactly, and speaking for the majority. But the video you see on your screen, this is how they stormed the office where actually she was, and it's like so many police officers over one person, which is crazy. Then we have this other CCTV footage. It's crazy, and she came out today to speak about the whole situation, and it's super crazy to see this happening to our parents. Now, I mean, we have parents right now calling and demanding for release of their abducted children. You know, to this point now, you as a parent, when you speak, it's a problem.
To seek for treatment at London Hospital because I was sick. And I'm so a security person who I had seen earlier in Kenyatta, and I even asked him, what are you doing here? So I sensed that I was being followed, and he claimed he had a patient, and I can identify even when I see. At that time when I went to collect my results, I saw him, and he appeared from nowhere and he greeted me. So I told them I was coming to collect my results because they were inquiring what I had gone to do. So when I saw him at London, I was uneasy, but he claimed he had a patient. Less than 10 minutes later, and a lady, and they told me they wanted to take me somewhere. I asked them why they were, what I had done or where they were taking me. They refused to tell me. I asked them why are they arresting me. They refused to tell them. They told me I was not being arrested. Then I asked them why do you want me to go with you? So one of them, the gentleman, actually there were two. They told me upende usipende utaenda, utatoka hapa. So I felt threatened. And I asked the lady, where are you taking me? Why are you coming for me? They did not clarify. And then I asked them, why are you arresting me? They did not clarify anything. They just told me, upende usipende ujue utaenda. So now is when, after that is when I called my son. I told him what was happening, and I called my husband. And they grabbed my phone. They took it from me. And since then, I have not seen my phone. So the hospital tried to intervene. And because I was going for medical treatment, they tried to intervene. But the other officers stormed in from Pangani police station. That's what I understood. There were over 20 officers. They carried me, they manhandled me. I was carried by force out of the hospital where I had gone to seek treatment. Sure. And I was dragged, I was pinched, I was bullied, and all through they never told me why, where they were taking me or why they were arresting me. Then they were insisting I write a statement, so I asked them about what. Nobody told me anything. So all through that time, I was feeling threatened. I have a heart condition. So I kept telling them, let me talk to my lawyer, let me talk to my son. They had my phone, they refused. And the only time they allowed me to talk to my son, they used their phone, but I realized they had not called my son when they said that a woman had picked up the phone. So I knew they were lying. Then they drove around town, and I ended up in, I think it's somewhere, it's called another building, I don't even remember. They took me in, I stayed there for a few minutes, then they changed again. They took me to 3 different locations before I ended up being here. But my question was, I asked them, if I have done anything wrong, why don't you just tell me? I come to the police station, I write my statement, I'm seeking medical treatment. They refused. And they told me, utaenda, upende, usipende. Actually, I felt I was being abducted, because that was my fear. That is what I felt. Because I do not know why I was arrested. To meet not arresting, to meet abduction. Because I had gone for treatment. So could they not wait for me to finish my treatment? They know where I stay, because they told me, even we know your house, we know where you're staying. Could they not even reach out or call me because they had my numbers? Could they not reach out to me and tell me, we want to talk to you, come to our offices, instead of coming and manhandling me when I'm seeking medical treatment in a hospital? It is very unfair. It is very wrong. And me, I still insist, and I still say I just came to fight for the patients who had no voice. I am not a political leader. I am not looking for anything. I'm a nurse. And all those people who know me, I have always fought for patients' rights. That's all I want. Give the patients their rights. Let them get their proper treatment. Stop taking the money and you don't get the treatment, because that is what is happening. And I saw many patients, as our Honorable MP Maanzu has said. I met many patients. I had no even patients who kept telling me they are paying that SHA, they are paying treatment from their pockets. It is true. I even encountered some patients there, they told me they have a bill of 2 million and SHA only paid 2,000. What is that? Another one had a bill of 400,000, SHA paid 1,000. What is that? Me, it is not about me. I am sorry, it is not about me. It is about doing what is right to the patients and to the Kenyans. And even when I went to that office, I never addressed anybody. I just said, I am fighting for the Kenyans. do what is right. We are asking questions. That is all. Thank you.
Walikukamata kabla hata hujapokea matibabu, hali yako kwaje? Umelala hapa usiku yote?
Sorry?
Nauliza hali yako ifaje kiafya?
Mimi hata I took painkillers. Let down my brother. So basically I was supposed to go to theater. I don't even know whether they'll approve my share. I don't even know whether that hospital will accept me after this. I don't know if that hospital will, but I thank the hospital. They tried to intervene, and the police officers stormed in, and they told them we have to go. They stormed in the office. Actually, I was waiting for my lawyer to come. We were ready to come, but they stormed in and abducted me. That's what I'll say. I was abducted. No, hakuna kitu waliniambia. Hakuna kitu waliniambia. Waliniambia tutaenda, utaenda. Nauliza wapi, hawasemi.
Wow.
That's sad.
This is so sad, man. This is so sad. So sad. I don't want to feel emotional, I don't want to cry, but this is so sad that this is happening to not just her, but to so many patients. This is so sad. Let me tell you, there's no desperation that you have when you have a sick patient or when you're sick, especially when you don't have money. You know, let's say you're expecting that card to help you, because you can hear basically what she's explaining. People have bills, hospital bills of over 2 million, of over 400,000, of maybe 50,000, but only this card can, what this card can pay is only 1,000, 2,000. Where's the money that I've been paying for this card? Where's my money? That's the question. There's no this is just so sad. You ever gone to Kenyatta Hospital?
Yes, I am.
You have, right? You've seen me. I remember the worst situation, and I'll never forget this. When I took my mom for chemotherapy, I didn't even feel her situation at that point. I felt even other patient's situation, because I saw an inmate who had, I think, a leg cancer. But imagine umse bado amekwa chains kwa mguu, na hiyo mguu inaoza shmani. I was just like, what kind of, and that's why the police officers also been involved, because to the point where you're being sent to arrest someone, number one, you don't even, can you just put yourself in the situation of maybe trying to understand, this could be my sister, maybe my mom, maybe a relative I know, maybe looking at things from that angle. You as a police officer also, you get sick, you'll need the same card probably that you know, that people are fighting for, ndio maybe yenye unategemea pia kulipia bills, and then you'll have to get to your broke ass pocket as a police officer and then go and pay for these medical bills. I remember I saw that patient na nililia sana. I was just like, this is so unfair. I don't know what they're going through. I mean, hata kama ni inmate hafai kuwa na suffer hivi. Patients should be treated with so much love and so much care, because let me tell you, when someone is sick, there's a lot going on in their head. People are always like, especially those who have children, like, am I gonna live? Single parents, who's gonna take care of my children? What's gonna happen? Like living on hope, like you're just living literally by hope, and then you have a system that is supposed to help you but doesn't. I feel like if anything happens to this woman, maandamano, because now we already know, and people know now. This is widely open, speaking out. This was an abduction. This was not an arrest. And I love the fact, because majority of the people we've seen being abducted barely talk. Most of them barely talk. They don't tell us the experiences they've had. They don't tell us nothing that they have gone through. They tell us nimeachiliwa tu, and then the next minute they're no longer activists. They don't talk about politics. They're quiet. What do they do to these people? I'm glad that she's confident enough to still come out and talk, number one, express the anger of majority of those who have been abducted, what they go through, you know, the bullying, because this is bullying. Nani mama mzee kusema tu na senti ni mzee, yani mtu akona maybe watoto, sema tu someone's wife.
Yes.
This is just so sad. Police officers will die the worst death in this world. Police officers, and politicians, may they all die the worst death, because these are they are the two system or the two group of people that actually make the lives of Africans or citizens the worst. Kama si sanse ni politician, leave alone even pastors. Every pastor ndena tu ni mimi nimejipeleka, lakini wewe unakujiwa tu, like ukiambiwa you can't question. This is sad, this is wrong, shouldn't be acceptable. If anything happens to this woman, maandamano, and this should be felt by every Kenyan. I don't know how many of people have been able to see this, but this video, I believe, actually should be reshared by many people. This should be one of the main reasons why the president should step down. The ICC, if it was really a working international court, should be able to see these kind of things. There's no abductions have been happening. Kenyans have been asking Ruto to be checked, but nothing is happening. I'm mad.
I feel like the police don't have ethics. Like, if you go for training, they go for 6 months training. It's 6 months, right? Or even 1 year. Some go for, I think, 1 year. All those time you're training, you're not taught how to handle people, because at the end of the day, as a policeman, you work with people directly. Uko tuna utu seme umadhe situngoje basi hata malize treatment
bana.
Unajua umemtoa hospitali penye anaana schedule for surgery, literally unaambiwa tu ende mshika kwa hospitali. You can't even have a word or a mindset and say, anyway, this is not right, and even talk sense to the one who sent you. Umwambia hata sawa, we can do this, but in a proper way. And then they are forcing her to write a statement which they would have used against her in court. Thank God she didn't write, because she's saying kwa hiyo gari walimwambia, if you guys really want me that I did something, call me to the police station. I come and write my statement. Mnanika kwa gari, mnaniambia niandike statement, so that which statement is done in the cars. It's not official. And then once you've done that, probably a lot of people are going to sue the SHA. This is what I'm thinking. A lot of people are coming to sue the SHA.
They should.
And it's going to go out in court. And they need evidences to keep themselves. So they'll start abducting people like this, or start having false statement, just in case stuff like that happen, because now SHA is in trouble. And we've been saying for a long time, guys, SHA, NHIF, ni cartels na ni ways. They don't help you. You've saved insurance. Mimi nimefanya na watu insurance. It was my first, it was a job I did. So if you have insured maybe your house or your health, right? Let's say your health, and you've managed to pay like maybe you insured like maybe 10 million, right? And you managed to pay 7 million. The insurance company is supposed to give you the 10 million. If somebody dies, na alikuwa ameinsure, nampea pesa. Kama alikuwa ameinsure 100 million, na imefika point amefika maybe hata 60 million.
Okay.
The insurance company gives you the 100 million.
Right. They
because
should.
ulikuwa umeinsure na that is how it works, insurance. That is the policy. So sielewi the fact that I've insured my health, I've been paying for it. Probably mimi nafanya na governor katwa hata zile nye naenda kujilipia directly without
deducted directly
without mimi kukubali. I remember nobody actually said yes, I want to insure myself. And if people are supposed to insure themselves health wise, it's not supposed to be forcefully. Acha kinirambe mimi ni dead
bana.
Unajua usijaribu kuniambia eti unanisaidia na unaniwekea before upate job yoyote you have to take an NHIF card. That is like, hey, we have to cut your salary. That is what they're trying to tell you. So umekatwa salary without even your umekubali. And then at the end of the day, uko na bill ya 2 million, government inakupea 2,000 shillings. Where has the money been? Every month unakatwa 1,500 shillings. Where is that? And this is what I'm telling you. The rest of the money, that's how they steal. And it's a lot of money. That is why it's a lot, because imagine all Kenyans at the end of the year unadhani wamekatwa pesa ngapi ya health, billions and billions and billions of money. And that is why even that woman, when she was trying to talk about NHIF, she was abducted in the CBD, the former boss of NHIF. I think we even gave a documentary some time back on it. She was abducted in the CBD, almost being killed because she had a lot to say about the NHIF and how it didn't happen. And they knew walishachoma na NHIF, let us change it to SHA, so that it might sound as if, but it is the same thing. You just put now your own people, so you continue stealing from people. it is just so sad, guys. If you can keep your money to yourself, I feel like you'd rather keep your money kwako, hiyo pesa yako, hiyo 1500 unaenda kulipa nayo.
Yeah.
Ukikuwa mgonjwa, tumia hiyo 1500 yako. Because ukiangalia ukisave hiyo 1500 per month, in a year's time, it's a lot of money.
True.
It's like maybe 20,000. Na unapata hata in that year hujakuwa mgonjwa.
That's true.
So it helps you hata kama utakuwa mgonjwa the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Utakuwa na maybe pesa ya kuanzia for your sickness.
That's
At least you'll see your money, but insuring and then you're not given your services and then people want to claim it works. It doesn't work. And a lot of people don't get to talk about the dark sides of this. The nurses, she's a nurse and that's why she feels that pain.
The pain.
Because she sees how patients are mishandled and now it's her time and she's like, I can't believe this is what is really happening. And the audacity, and old woman, really someone's wife, someone's mother. You take her around town, you take her phone, you drop her everywhere, you bully her. If you've ever been mishandled by police, you know they bully
Man.
people.
And they talk shit.
They talk shit.
Shit.
You might even find these are not even police officers. Because they
And then they don't even they come without uniform.
Uniform. They
On a
abduct
uniform.
you. Because who abducts you? If you're coming to abduct people or if you're coming to arrest somebody, you come with that. I've always seen this in the
take them
US.
to the police
Exactly.
station.
You're like, hey, this is Officer Nani.
Yeah.
This is my card. Identify me. Let's go to the police
Exactly.
station. Not let me take you to a room, 3 buildings in Tao. What I think they wanted to instill fear.
Yes.
Yeah.
This woman.
Yeah.
Walikuwa nataka make mistake assign vitu.
Mm.
And she didn't because she was like, watu kupeleka hapo waende wampe 2 minutes waone huyu afanye acha tumpeleke pahali, and then being a woman they knew maybe should be emotional. So hizo vitu zote zilikuwa tu kumpandisha, kumscare off. Personally that is what I felt, but it is just so sad.
It's sad.
This is a wake up call, and the audacity hata mnaibu. They went viral.
Bana.
How do you even take again? We definitely know it's you. Like, what the hell do you
The
mean?
fact that she's out, that's what I'm saying. If anything happens to her now, we know, of course, the people behind this. We don't know, of course, the people, but we know it's you, the same people who took her, told her ataenda hata kama ataki, took her phone. Why doesn't she have her phone? That is wrong. What are you doing with her phone? What are you doing with her phone? That is something I want to understand. Wanaangalia nini? Nini wanaangalia?
Exactly. See, when
specifically wanaangalia nini?
Because at the end of the day, maybe they're trying to see and maybe enter in that system and mess her up. Wakuja waseme, wewe ulisema hata uko na pesa kwa insurance now. I don't know. It need to. They just like, I feel like they're sent to instill fear.
That's so true.
Ndio naona wewe ndio uko na mdomo ya kuongea, acha tukushow. So that unyamaze. And that is what people have always done when you abductiwa. Most of them. You still fear them, they come back, they don't talk about
And then you have the president telling you, "Mna lecture nani? Who do you think you're lecturing?" That's the president telling us that we us demanding our rights. It's a lecture to him. It is so sad. It is so crazy. This needs to be checked. Again, 2027, personally, I feel like that is our only hope. And if the situations get even worse, I feel like people might go back to the streets before that. I feel like if situations...
A lot of times,
because I feel like every year so far, and especially since Ruto came into presidency, there's been actually demonstrations. 2022, we lost a couple of people. 2023 happened the same at the beginning. Remember Raila's demonstrations in 2023? We also had, that was last year, 2024. This year we're looking forward to see, because I feel like if these things keep on happening, especially the abductions, man, Ruto, you will go home, whether you like it or not. The same way you're telling our people, your people, to tell us whether you like it or not, you are stepping the F down. People are tired of you. There's no way. I feel like, again, like I said, the way I'm seeing the energy of people protecting Ibrahim Traore, the energy that people have on Ruto is hateful energy. It's a bad energy, and I feel like that is not an energy that can protect you for so long, no matter how evil. They'll always wonder why the evil ones will have to live so long. And the good ones will die so quick. I feel like it's so crazy. The evil ones will live super long.
Live longer, man. I think it's, I don't know. Sometimes you look at people who are dead, you're like, why? This person is so sweet. And then you look at the friend, you're like, you'd have died instead of this person. It's sad.
It's crazy, man. But as we wind up with today's conversation,
sorry. Regarding the situation, because it doesn't make sense that this lady went viral. viral.
Yeah.
Literally.
Exactly.
And then the next few or a week after, she's been abducted. Also, I'm
Imagine.
thinking, I hope someone else in the government is not taking advantage of the situation to paint the president black.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. I'm not saying he's the best person, but I'm just thinking someone might be using these things also to paint him black because of the 2027 election, because he's been out talking to people. Why would he be doing this behind the scenes? Literally, I'm just
The
thinking.
abductions?
No, the lady thing.
Oh, okay.
The abduction of the lady.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because she literally went viral, and then the next day, the officials came and they apologized and they said they're working on it. So it doesn't really add up to me. I don't know if someone is playing a game of chess to actually confuse us in regards to what's happening in the government. But regardless, that's super unacceptable. Please, this is not right. Honestly, for such a lady
I know.
who's super integral, it's not right. The torture they go through, it's a lot. I know the last time we had your guest on the show, he's the one who gave us bits and pieces of what he went through, and he was also abducted.
Yes.
Right?
The artist Gpizzo was
Yeah.
abducted.
What?
Yeah, because
Yes.
he talked about, he talks about
Politics.
the government
Yeah.
in his music.
Yeah.
Because he's a cultural guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Hold
he
on.
calls them out. He was abducted, yes.
Yes.
During this Mandamano time, Gen Z.
Walai.
Hadi alikuwa anaambiwa stoke kwake, so he was
yeah.
like not even getting out of his home, sending people to get food and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's the
I wish
second person.
why didn't I know that story? I would have interrogated him.
He
But
gave us like what he went through.
Yeah.
bits of
did
it.
they torture him?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
they
said.
did. He said
How?
they did touch a lot of places.
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
said. Yes.
Off camera.
Yes.
I gotta hear this because that's what I'm talking about. Most of the
Yeah.
people don't come out to talk
That's
about
so true.
what they go through
Yeah.
and why they have to be silent after the trauma that they make you go through to instill that fear in you. Like you'll never have the confidence. I mean, to the point where they have to pay gay men to rape you, to like literally just kill you, kill
Remember the
your.
Mombasa guy?
So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like they're paying men to rape you so that they can literally kill what is so alive inside you. Like you'll never find the confidence of ever talking
that's
because
so
of the
true.
experience they're gonna make you go
Yes.
through. It is so crazy. But
The power
as
is in our voice,
Yeah.
and basically in us, this generation,
Shit.
because we are literally strategizing or actually making up to what's coming for our kids, for our grandkids. We can't let this system continue to basically governing us. It's not right. It's grounded or founded on everything that is just messy, and that's why it has to be scraped up, and we have to continue voicing everything that's wrong, because that's the only thing we can do right now.
I know.
Yeah.
It is so crazy. It is so insane. But that has been our conversation for today's Arts, Entertainment and Culture, the Rhythm Scoop Show. I hope you guys have enjoyed. For those who shall be catching this on a replay, kindly leave your thoughts regarding the conversations. But before we wind up, what was I to say? There's something I wanted to highlight. Sijui imepotelelea wapi. A story for another day. But anyway, yeah, as we wind up, asanteni sana once again to everyone who's been with us on Rumble. I see Keith over there. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you are enjoying whatever you're eating or whatever you're doing. Shout to John Mosquito. He says, let me pop in here for 5 minutes, see what the Friday gossip is about. Karibu sana. He says, Joby, you're not on a code. Where's your red outfit? Apparently, actually, I was to wear red today. I was to wear a top like this one.
Yeah.
And I changed. Like, I told you, I took like almost 30 minutes trying to figure out what to wear. And then at least I got white.
Yeah,
Shmani has
got
white.
white.
I was to do maroon, like for real. I was to do either red or maroon, but I was like, I'm not feeling like dressing a dress
spirit.
today.
Yes.
You know?
Aligned.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I was to wear a red skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, your turn is on red. So when I came in the morning, like, shit, would be like ready.
We would have all been ready, you know, but at least I'm on white. I tried John Mosquito.
Yes.
He also says, let magnifying glasses get a word in, damn it. What? Who is it? That is you?
To
That is Iwaton. Probably. I think that's a joke on Iwaton, maybe. But anyway, we're wrapping it up right here. Asanteni sana once again. See you guys on Monday, same time, same place. We do this every Monday and Friday. And of course, remember to follow us in case you're here for the first time. Peace. Have yourselves a beautiful day.
Much love, guys. See you on Monday. Take care and stay safe.
Have a magical weekend. Take care.